Hello, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel, and this is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday, the 23rd of October 2017, and it's the Ace of Discs in the Rorig deck. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, the blues and greys and icy whites. We've got a wee Manny at the top of a mountain and he's looking at a star further up. Absolutely beautiful card, and it's the Ace of Discs. Now, discs of pentacles in the tarot represent the practicalities of life, sometimes the mundane issues of life, and the earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo, are sort of affected more by the earth sign cards than other signs, but generally for everybody this week, this is a great card. Aces are the essence or the beginning of each suit, and we always like aces. Well, I'm sure there must be some card games that you don't want aces, but I don't play cards, so I don't really know, but I always feel like an ace is a good thing to have. You know, even if you look at language we use, we aced it, we you know, aces high, etc. It's got a good feeling about it. Now, the Ace of Discs in general is about looking at what we need and want in our practical day-to-day life, and then looking at that star and making movement forward to get it. And that's what makes it such a lovely card, because you can not really necessarily achieve this week, but you can have the essence of the idea or the thing that starts the momentum going forward. But yes, there'll be a lot of success in the week ahead because of this ace. But if you don't feel it right away, remember that this is the ace, this is the start, this is the beginning, this is the essence of taking something and then making it go forward for you. It's a general card. Really quite a nice card. The Discs of Pentacles in the tarot, even when I was teaching it, I always kind of taught them last because they were a bit mundane and people tend to get a wee bit bored with them, and that's unfair because this suit of discs is just as relevant as any other one, but because it's very practical and it's not all, you know, high thought or high spirituality, people kind of but how often do, you know, day to day is practical, day to day is methodical, day to day can be mundane. So just because a suit kind of gets a wee bad name for being even sometimes slightly boring, sometimes that can be the most relevant to our life. But this ace definitely will make you feel as though you're wanting to plan for something or you're wanting to change something in the practical realm. And that's about our homes, our money, our practical outlooks in life, our jobs, even where we live and even what country we live in. And it brings forth all those feelings and energies that then accrue and we can make them go forth as something. So lovely, lovely card. But what does it mean in different areas of life? Well, first of all, if we look at career card, it's fantastic because if you feel that you in a practical way aren't achieving your dreams, then this is a good card to take action to go towards your dreams. Remember, although it's a practical card, there is a star there. The little Manny has reached a good degree of success, but he's looking, what more do I need to do? Where do I need to go? You know, the stars particularly are seen as guidance to sailors, to take them to the next destination and to take them there safely. The Pentacles cards are not necessarily about taking big risks or, you know, running forward too quickly or whatever. They're about planning. They're about like infrastructure. Putting the infrastructure in your life so that you can then go and do what you need. And that's a good way to look at it, because without infrastructure, we wouldn't be able to go places, we wouldn't be able to communicate with one another. So think of it that way and you'll get the essence of the card. But for career, it's about looking at where you are and what practicalities you need to take you to the next level. It can even stimulate some people to move careers completely, and sometimes keep the same career but move location with it. And that can be as good as a fresh start completely as well. If you're a wee bit bored, a wee bit fed up in career, but you have your skill bases and you don't necessarily want to change them, then think about location, even if it's a different ward in a hospital, even if it's a different department in teaching, even if it's a sense of, well, I work for a big company with branches all over the place. Could I get on better at that branch, which is a few miles away or further away even? And remember that with this sometimes comes a house move as well. I've noticed in a lot of spreads when this comes out, particularly when people decide to move for career, they have to move their lives on and move house, etc. as well. So for career, a good one. Be practical, plan, and then the sky's the limit, to be honest. But remember, in practical terms. If we look at health, again, it's about looking at the practicalities of how you get towards being healthier. And in very many cases this week, people will take up exercise, people start watching what they're eating, but it's more about nutrition. The winter's coming and we'll want our hot soups, we'll want our practical stews, all these things that are really nurturing and good for you. You'll find that you feel drawn to. But health-wise, this is a good card to start really looking after yourself for the winter and also making sure that you've reserves. I often see this as looking at things to make sure that we do maintain health during the winter. Things like, do you have enough medicine in? What if it snows? What if you get, what if you maybe get snowed in? What if you get flooded? All these sort of things. Do you have enough medication in? Do you have enough reserves of good food to keep you nurtured? It's these very, very practical things that come from the essence of this card. I also simply see it as a ball and socket joint. To be honest, if you look very close there's the ball and that looks like bone round about it. So if you've got problems with hips and shoulders, any ball and socket joints could flare up this week, but again, you can be practical about it and go see what you can do about it. If we look at love, for those of you in a long-term relationship, again, it's about looking at the practicalities of it. And say you've got a dream to get this room done up for Christmas, or you've got a dream to move house, or you've got a dream of moving in together. You've got plans, practical plans, not loopy-doopy plans, not ones that will never, formulate. This is about little steps towards what you want as a couple. And it's not the most romantic of cards, but sometimes there's something really nice in, as a couple, planning, even changing decor in a room, or if you want a new table or you want a new sofa or whatever. These are the things that you come together and make the decisions as a couple in the week ahead. If you're looking for a partner, this card kind of says, you keep frequenting the same places all the time and it's the same group of people, and you're not really going to meet your partner there. Why not change location? Why not go to a different place at the weekend? Why not start a course that takes you to a different location with different people, different groups with different outlooks? Be practical and see where you're going with this. I get so many people that used to come for readings saying, I'll never meet a partner because I don't go anywhere, and up to a point that can be true, unless it's a soulmate that's going to come down your chimney or come and fix your washing machine. You need to get out and about. You need to make connections with practical places. I mean, this could be as simple as taking a craft course. It could be as simple as deciding that you want to know how to do DIY and meeting a big hunk there. Be practical. Change your location. Change your practical mindset. And who knows, it could be a very, very lucky week for you. With wealth, again, it's very similar to the kind of practical thing of looking at where you are financially, seeing where you want to be and taking the practical steps to make that so. Christmas is coming, Do you have a wee Christmas fund on the go? Are you paying up a hamper or something like that? Do all the wee things this week. You'll probably hate me for this, but my Christmas list was written 2 weeks ago and I've already got so many things in just because I've been collecting. Oh, that would be good for that person. That would be good for that person. And I know we're only in October, but you really should get your list and your budget. Put it down and resolve not to go over budget and resolve to be very practical. One of the reasons I kind of sat down and made my list was I'd been gathering wee things at sales and maybe from abroad. And you forget what you've put by. So it had to be, oh yeah, I have that gift for that person, tick off. And that's the way you should be handling wealth in the week ahead. So spiritually, it's not really a spiritual card. Although if you want to move forward with your spirituality, then think of the practical things you need. Do you feel that a third eye crystal will help? Well, go and get yourself a third eye crystal. Do you feel that you know that you should be meditating, but you've not put it into practice every day? Then go make a space for that practicality. Make it part of your life. You know what I'm like about discipline. Those that I've mentored, even informally, know that knowledge and discipline, knowledge, talent and discipline, and you'll get there, okay? So I do like the Ace of Discs. It can come with greater clarity on what you need to get through a heavy period, where maybe life's been heavy, and it also allows us to declutter our lives. It allows us to be able to go into rooms and get rid of things. If you're a hoarder, I might try and use it for that this week actually. I've got all my crystals now for all the crystal prescriptions I'll be doing. They'll be up in my website, which is linked down below, by the way. And I have a few tarot decks and stuff that are either going to be given away or I can auction or something, because I have no space, I have no room. I am going to make this my decluttering card. Little by little, health-wise, it's just a little bit of time, or I bring my girls in and say, help me with my craft cupboard, and they're wonderful because they always help out when I need them. So, do you want to join me? Do you fancy decluttering? See what you don't need anymore, because when you make that space, then good things can come into that space. Always remember that. And I know my daughters laugh when I go on about minimalism because, one look around my house, you'll know I'll never be a total minimalist. But I do feel there comes a time, particularly when the Ace of Discs comes out, that you need to get rid of stuff and be very practical. Look after yourselves, and I hope you'll join me for the next weekly tarot card, and also subscribe to the wee button with my face on it, and also hit the wee bell icon. And another another wee plug for, if you like the way I read the tarot, this is my book. It's been out 6 years. It's called Tarot's Novice to Pro in one book, and if you want to learn the tarot, it's a good book to start with. So please, if you like the way I read the tarot, I do have a book on it. So many blessings now, and thank you for joining me, and have a good practical week.